Hello, everyone. I've always said it though. The revolution that Nigeria is looking for is from the north that it will start. It will not start from the south. The south knows how to make noise, right? Be grammar, be outrageously angry, blah, 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 blah. When the north is angry, you'll be shocked at how it will start off. You just see something, bam, and that's that. You saw that video, right? According to the report, it says angry youths in Zamfara state stoned a House of Representative members over poor performance. And they no send though, they will just give it to you water, the way you would not even, expect. At this moment, yeah, you might say, oh, why are they beating physical this thing? But these people are suffering, they are dying, they are being killed every day, yet they are House of Representative members do not speak, their senators do not speak, their governor, the governor, okay, maybe says one thing or the other once in a while and all of that, but there's no federal government, trying to defend them and protect them. They are at the mercy of terrorists. And a good number of people have been paying ransom, paying all sorts of money to terrorists. And you would expect them to be angry and extremely so. And there's this anger. You see the car, in short, they use sand and whatever, bath the car that is there. See the humongous, car that you're bringing to come and see people, especially people who have been impoverished. And sometimes these politicians sort of like get over themselves or get away with themselves. I don't even know the expression, the phrase to really put it, but they do not read the room to see how people are suffering, how poverty is making people more and more fearless. There's a kind of fear that comes in that it's no longer fear when you're saying that you're going to die anyways if you do nothing. So the least that you can do is to actually go ahead and do something. And people are getting more and more to that particular area. People are getting more infuriated. You see the youth. Yesterday in one of my videos, I talked about that to say, look, there is so much shift that is going on. Social media is playing a huge role. A lot of people are on TikTok, WhatsApp, Twitter, now known as X, Facebook, Instagram, and all of that. And they're seeing the outside world. They're seeing what's happening in other communities, in other climes. And they're wondering why is their own different. And when you see this hardship, being meted out on people, and they're seeing different people who are either going through the same thing or who are having a better life, it then infuriates the people, and you may see them acting in the way and manner you saw at the beginning of this video, where citizens were actually attacking a lawmaker who has sort of like abandoned them. And the most annoying part of all of this is that some of these lawmakers, the moment they are voted into office, they get to Abuja, they actually forget their constituents, they forget their zones, they just focus in Abuja enjoying themselves. Sometimes they don't even go back until when it is election time or towards the time of election. Then they just go and try to buy people with a few money so that they'll be voted back into office. No governance, nothing. And even with the constituency projects that they get, instead of them to absolutely and truly work for the people, what you see them rather do is you just look for some tokenism, some money. They will say, oh, they're doing empowerment, and give some ridiculous things, out there. But here, the people are getting angry, and this is the room that politicians are really supposed to read. Otherwise, they are going to see a whole lot more of these things. And the sad thing about this whole thing is that none of us is safe. Actually, this is not the time to be laughing, because when they finish beating up the politicians, they're going to beat those of us who either enable the politicians, clap for the politicians, defended the politicians, or they not make demands on the politicians to provide the people with the right thing. And so these are also some of the things that can happen. And so it is in our own interest to ensure that we're making the right kind of demands. We're making the demands that we ensure that those who are voted into office, they do their own bit by giving good governance. If there's no good governance in Nigeria, all of us are in danger. No exception. You are the one that knows that you are not in government. Those people, the normal citizen, that is hungry, that is anger, that is poor, does not know that you are not in government. they see you and those in government as one and the same, maybe the elite or the educated ones or any of those things. I just try to look at some of the state, comments that are coming out of this. This person said the headline, the headline says angry youths in Zamfara state stoned a House of Representatives member over poor performance. And Mezi Abia said the headline should read, a House of Representatives member in Zamfara state warmly welcomed by happy constituents over poor performance. Keyword, warmly welcome. Such a beautiful reception by happy constituents. The 109 senators should be the next to beating and rearrange for this country to move forward. If we can't have a normal president, we should at least have representative of the people. How exactly do you expect the body to work when the head isn't working? This is Ochuko saying this. And so for him, and like, a lot of conversation I've always been saying, the National Assembly must work for Nigeria to actually work. And we really must do something about that. We must start from ensuring that the people who get there are the people who are going to work for Nigeria. When it's time to vote, they will forget that he didn't perform. Dumeji hissed at Dream D Weller says, and then Abdulaziz Naibi Abubakar replied him and said, not in Zamfara state. They made history in 2023. They voted out Motawale over poor performance, despite having Senator Abdulaziz Yaro, Senator Marafa, and almost all the heavyweights in Zamfara by his side. And then Dumiji said, oh, that's a good one. Yes, they did that. Motawale then was the governor in Zamfara state. He was in PDP. They voted for him. They refused to vote for APC. Then he left PDP. He went to APC and they voted for PDP. He lost there. So there are some of these states where it's actually what the people want that happens, and they usually will take the bull by the horns and ensure that they are getting the kind of people that they want. Astra said, I need more of these. To be very honest, these politicians don't trace us and aren't scared of us. It is why they treat citizens like beggars, forgetting they are there for us. I wish they could channel this energy on election day, says deep inside. Make sure their votes count. True accountability begins there. And of course, Abdulaziz went on to explain what happened in 2023. APC government officials should expect more of this from next year, says Bashir Garba Sufyan. And then Ugo Al-Hassan says a time is coming when their security details will not be able to protect them. I tell you, they won't be able to protect them against the anger of the people. The only thing that will protect them will be good governance, accountability, and transparency. If they're able to provide this for the people, then the people will be the ones praising them and not beating them up. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.